Hello, welcome to my second of my vlogs. Like I said in my first one, my introduction one, I said I'd do 2 special vlogs, and here's the first one of those 2 special vlogs, as requested by my friend CU, who's also my only subscriber at the moment. The Aftershock vlog, with the help of my 2 little muses here, who I've drawn as little emoji chibi versions. I'll try and explain the story behind it, yes. So basically, all starts way back in October 20th, 2007. Now, as you know, as some of you might know, I am a Doctor Who fan, and Aftershock is my Doctor Who fanfic series. And I've got into classic Doctor Who, especially into 5th Doctor, and Aftershock had been recommended to me. And I'm so glad that one of my friends had actually spoiled the ending for me, because seriously, if I had watched it without seeing that ending, I would have, well, basically, I cried about it for a week afterwards, and I was depressed up until December 25th, around about. And, well, that's a serious effect from, like, one episode of a TV show, for gosh sake. Still suffering a few after effects of it now, but never mind that. So 2 to 4 hours after watching the ending, I was just still filled with so much grief and stuff and anger at this ending that I thought, well, no, I want to do something about it. I want to, well, wouldn't Adric be far too stubborn to just stay dead? So that's what I did. I wrote 20 minutes. I wrote what is now called Aftershock 1. The story Aftershock, which has given the series its name. Yes, so warning, spoilers are going to come for some of the stories, so if you don't want to hear spoilers, you're going to go read them on my DeviantArt account or my account at whofic.com. Stop listening now. Yes, so basically I had my OC Aisha, named after me. I'm not that imaginative with names, I must confess. I had her discover his ghost haunting the TARDIS console room, and an unlikely friendship formed. About 2 weeks after that, I decided to write the story again, but from Adric's point of view, because I'd done it from Aisha's point of view, and then I thought to myself, well, yeah, maybe these two have a few more stories in them. I say a few more stories, 18 stories, 2 what ifs, and a few other things. And the story ideas just keep coming. Basically, it's my child, really. I love it. And through doing it, I have met my muses. Obviously, you have already probably seen a few images of those on here, because I've actually bothered to make a few pictures to change on this one, rather than just having a static slide like I had for my last one, because I'm not being lazy this time. Right, and now I guess all the people who didn't want spoilers have probably turned off by now, because I told them that the spoilers were to come. So I guess I will tell you about other stuff to do with the Aftershock. Yeah. Okay. Not other stuff. I'll tell you basically the history of it. Okay, so from Aftershock 1, you have obviously you had them discover, become friends, yada yada yada, and then I wrote Aftershock 2, Mind of the TARDIS, which happens directly after, well, not directly after, maybe like an hour or two after the end of Aftershock 1, where basically Aisha kind of gets lost in the TARDIS, deep passages, and basically through a bit of dimensional wall jumping, he finds a room that he's not really supposed to be in. It touches something he really shouldn't have, and then it's up to Aisha to try and actually get the real, well, try and get everything sorted out. Basically, I'm not going to spoiler it here, but I do think it's a very good idea. My brother agrees with me. I think a few other people agree with me, but I don't really know. I haven't had that many comments on it. And then, well, oh damn, hang on a minute. Yes, hello, welcome back. Sorry, just pulled up the list of story orders. Right, so the next one in the story, World of Mirth, happened a few weeks after Mind of the TARDIS, where basically the two of them just really exploring stuff in the TARDIS, and their curiosity gets the better of them. And of course, basically, if you read it, it's Patrick's fault, really. And he denies that furiously. I can hear him shouting his head off, but ignore him. And yes, from that story, Adric then becomes Aisha's guardian angel, which is very cute. And Aftershock 6 has an alternate ending. The first Aftershock What If, second to Childhood, which is very short. So I'm going to put Aftershock What If 3 to end that one, because there's a little bit more of a story to be told there. Then Aftershock 10 of Familiar Tracks came from a conversation with Siriu again, who told me that there is a Dalek somewhere in the TARDIS, and therefore we thought it would make a very interesting story. It was originally supposed to be a team write, but then Siriu got busy with a heck of a lot of things on her end, and well, basically, I don't really mind that she couldn't do it. We're going to do something else later, I hope. And basically, Aftershock 10, Unfamiliar Tracks, it's not finished. But from that, we see a bet that Adric loses, where basically he has to try and do a bit more of what Aisha says, but of course Aisha's very nice to him. And then Aftershock 16, which is Void, which is finished, and also one of my song fics. I just had this idea of what would happen if something went wrong with the timeline, and the only person who could say anything couldn't actually make himself heard, except in dreams and with 3 short messages. So yes, it turned into that, and lyrics contained in that from 3 Phil Collins songs: No Way Out, In the Air Tonight, and what was the other one? Transformation. Yes, I was on a bit of a Brother Bear kick when I wrote it. Aftershock 14, which is currently unnamed. This is a team fiction I'm writing with another friend from DA, Abby Romana. Sorry, my voice going a bit croaky there. Right. And basically, Aisha 1 is, well, she's very complicated. She's part Gallifreyan, but she's also part Cyberman, and obviously the council is a bit worried, so she's kidnapped. I don't know a heck of a lot about that story, and there's 1 chapter. I'm going to roleplay 2nd chapter soon, I hope. And then Aftershock 18 is next in the chronological order, which I've only just written, like 2 days before recording this, oddly. And that came from the muse that writes for Adric, starting to think like him after all this time, and having all these thoughts and sorrow and anger about how Adric saw the Doctor treating him, all mixed up inside, and it was getting a bit for me, so I thought I'd write it down and have them make their peace. It all turned out very nice. And then we exit the stories from the first era. There's probably going to be a few more written, but these are all that I have at the moment. 22nd era. And Aftershock 3, Aisha's Dilemma, where basically the premise was, what would happen when the Doctor regenerated for the last time and became the Valiant? I haven't seen Trial of a Time Lord. I do want to see it. I would love to. Yeah, so I'll wait for it to come out on DVD. And so basically Aftershock 3 is my epic. Prelude, 22 chapters, and an epilogue. Yes. And then in between that, between chapters 10 and 11, I think, comes the Nativity play, which was the Aftershock Christmas special for 2007, which is just purely there for comic relief. And it is very much comic relief for me, but it might not be for other people who don't like that sort of childish humour. And also, Aftershock 3 has an alternate ending as well. My Aftershock What If 2, Remedy for a Broken Heart, which is a song fic written to Mika's happy ending. And at this point I'll end this bit of the vlog now. Tune in for part 2.